All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Sassy Sweethearts New Consultant Training. I do just like to say that I got this training mainly from Heather Pillow's New Consultant Training and have just adapted us. Lex, you are sharing your screen with us, so you're welcome to your post. If you want to go ahead and turn that off. Let's see. Few options. Okay, so we'll let. Hey, so perfect. If you want to go ahead and take your share screen off, that would be great. Thank you. All right, so I will be sharing my screen quite a bit today to show you where to find different things, whether it's on the COO, whether it's on the Sassy Sweethearts Facebook, or anything like that. So first thing I always talk about is the incentive requirements guide. You will hear us talk about this more times than you would like to. This is what we refer to as the consultant Bible. You'll also hear us call it the IRG. So again, it's the incentive requirements guide. And this is where pretty much any question that you have ever had about pure romance is in writing, and it comes from corporate. So you guys all should have gotten a copy in your box. Ashley, does it still come in your box? No, Crystal, it doesn't? No? Okay. So you guys don't get the hard copies anymore, I guess, but it is available online, which I'll show you. So let me go with here. Share screen. Okay. So to find the incentive requirements guide, you are going to go to training, and let's see if this is where it is still. No, it's not there. Not there either. Oh, wait. No. Okay, or you can come over here to the search bar and type in incentive requirements guide, and it will pop up right here. Oh, it's under business management right down here. Okay, so that's where your incentive requirements guide is. You also have a shortened version on your Pure Romance app, which we'll get to shortly. But this is where you want to make sure that you are following everything that's in here. So a lot of what I talk about today, I've gotten straight from the incentive requirements guide. So just make sure that you know where it is. Make sure that you read through it. Yes, it's kind of lengthy, but if you ever get in trouble with corporate, you want to make sure that you know what's in that guide, okay? Next thing I'm going to talk about is knowing your why, okay? So know your why. Why are you doing Pure Romance? What brought you into it? If you've been in for a little bit, I see a couple people who've been in with me for a while. I see Christina's on. She's been in for a little bit. So I'm sure, actually, I know for sure her why changed from two years ago to where it is today. So know your why, know why you're doing this. And the reason that we stress your why so much is because there are going to be times when this business is tough. There are going to be times where you don't have parties. There are going to be times where you feel like you're drowning. And that happens even to those of us who've been in for 5 years. I had a month like that, I don't know, last month and this month. So it definitely happens. So make sure that you know your why. Why are you doing this? And write it down and keep it someplace that's visual so that you can see it. This will help you on those tough days. And then I want you to think about what is the best thing that can happen. So what is the best thing that can happen from this business? Okay, we know the worst thing. It doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work, and then you have a box of goodies in your closet. So, I mean, it's still not that bad. But what is the best thing that can happen? So think about that and think about what you're striving for in this business. Next up, we're going to talk about the who do you know list. So most of you have probably already completed this. If you've been on or if you've been in for a little while and you haven't done this in a while, I definitely recommend pulling out the who do you know list and redoing this. Okay, so this is so that you don't prejudge anyone. So last night I did a party for a hostess of mine who I met her my first year in business. So she's been with me from the very beginning. And I got there and somebody said to her, hey, did you invite, I think it was Diana. And she was like, I didn't invite Diana. Diana wouldn't want to come. So right there, I didn't hostess coach well enough because I would have made sure she understood don't prejudge people. So that was my bad. But so she gets on the phone and she calls Diana and Diana's like, oh my God, I would have loved to come. I love those parties. Da, 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 da. So I missed out on another sale. She missed out on having her friend there and getting more free stuff. So you don't want to prejudge anyone. Next thing, talk to everyone about your business. If you are not talking about your business, people forget that you do it, right? We always say closed mouths don't get fed. So you need to let everybody know that this is your business, especially if you've been in for a while. You may not talk about it as much as you used to, and you may see that your parties slow down. There are a lot of girls that get off to really, really strong starts. They have 7 parties in the first 2 months and they're doing really well. And then all of a sudden they see this huge decline. And a lot of times it's because they stop talking about it. Okay, so make sure that you're always talking about your business. This next thing that I'm going to say to you is so important. So if you're taking notes, you're going to write this down. Okay, do not take people saying no personally. It is not an assault on you. Okay, it is not anything to do with you. They just don't want it yet. Okay, so take the no as next opportunity and move on. Okay, Target doesn't get mad when somebody walks in and then walks out without buying anything. I mean, that doesn't happen because it's Target, but they wouldn't get mad, right? So just make sure that you're not taking it personally. Kurt, I had a conversation with him probably about 2 months ago, and I was like, being a girl and running my mouth about all sorts of things that were upsetting me, and I was just really upset and everything else about the business. And finally he was like, Stace, I'm going to say something and it's going to sound super sexist and you're going to be really mad at me, and I know that, but I need to tell you something so that it helps you. And I said, okay, what is that? He said, do not put your emotions in business. Women put their emotions in everything. Do not put your emotions in this business. If you put your emotions in this business, this is why you get mad, right? This is why we have cattiness. This is why we get mad at sister consultants. This is why we get mad at our customers. This is why we get mad at everybody. Kurt's in the military. He has some really messed up stuff that happens. He doesn't get mad. He just moves on. He doesn't care. So do not take things personally. And then after you finish your who do you know list, you're going to highlight 7 to 10 people on your list that you're most comfortable with, and you're going to go from there. Okay, so you're going to talk to those 7 to 10 first and then move on. That way you start with the people you feel most confident with so that you get out all of your word vomit, and that way you get out all of your jitters and everything else. Okay, all right. So who do you know list. Next, everyone on here has already done this, I think, but next is schedule your pop the box and launch parties. So what I will say about this, even though you've done your pop the box or your launch party, what I'm going to tell you is have a relaunch if you are stuck in your business. Guess what? You can relaunch your business every month. It's okay. Sarah Medina, one of the most successful consultants in our area, okay? She has an in-home party every month. and an online party that she hosts every month. She doesn't always get huge sales, but she still does it. It's consistent. It's something that she has every single month. So all those women that told you, well, I just really don't want to host a party. I don't know if I have enough friends. I don't have the room. I can't get my kids out of the house. My husband won't leave. You know, every excuse in the book. Guess what? They can come to your house. Okay? So make sure that if you are stuck, or even if you're not, that you're having a relaunch party. Okay? Next up. Mark your calendar when you want to work. This will help you be more organized, and it makes you have control of your schedule. So what do I mean by that? So I'm going to show you my very big, expensive Erin Condren planner that I just absolutely had to have, and I've yet to notice a difference in this and my Target planner, just an FYI. Okay, so let's see. Can you guys see like some of the dates right here? I have hearts on some of the days. What side of the, oh, we need to be on this side. This is when I want to work. Okay, so any day that I want to work, I circle with a heart. Okay, so that means that I want to get paid. So other women, they'll highlight it in green, or they'll put a money sign, or whatever they'll do. But those are the days that you want to schedule. I do this all the way out through, I've done it all the way through the end of the year on days that I want to work. This means these are the days that I am focused on, that I want to make sure I get scheduled. This is going to help you when a woman comes into the ordering room and she's like, well, I want to have a party in November. Okay, great. So you're going to flip to November and you're going to say, well, I have November 6th and November 10th available. Those are my first 2 November dates that I don't have booked yet. That's how I book up. And that's how I keep my schedule in control. And that's how I make money when I want to make money. Okay. So she's like, oh, those days don't work for me. Okay. Then I have November 16th. How's that? Okay. I'm not going to say, well, when do you want to have a party? Because she's going to say, I don't know. Let me call all of my friends. And then I'm going to call my friends. And then those days aren't going to work. And then I'm going to get back to you. And then you never hear from her. And then it doesn't work. And then you don't book it. Okay. So you are going to be in control of your planner. Ashley, someone else is in your car and they can hear me talking like a spaz, can't they? Okay, awesome. Cool. Cool. It's a great way to start my Saturday. Let me just go ahead and take a sip of my maybe wine. Okay. Next up, make personal connections. So I'm going to say something and you all are going to be very, very mad at me. Oh no, Ashley Wyatt, I was talking to the other Ashley. You're walking. I can see you're walking. It's my boyfriend in the car. He says you like Target. I do. I love Target, boyfriend. I love it. Okay. So making personal connections. Here we go. I'm going to say something that's not going to be popular and you guys are going to get mad at me. Are you ready? Use your phone to call people. Like actually pick it up. Hey, how's it going? Right? This thing, it actually makes phone calls. It's not just for Facebook and texting. What? I know. It's insane. Okay? Use your phone. Call people. This is going to make a more personal connection than sending a text message. This is going to make a way more personal connection than posting a blanket post on your Facebook that says, hey, I have a hot date on October 22nd. Who wants to party? Now, don't get me wrong. I do that shit too. I do that stuff too. But it's not the only thing I do. I reach out personally. That's how I got my party last night. I sent a message. Hey, Jessica, what are you doing on October 13th? I'm struggling a little bit. Do you think you can help me out? Yeah, absolutely. Come on over. She had the biggest party she's ever had last night, and I've been her consultant for 5 years. Okay. Social media is not your go-to. It's to enhance your personal connections. Okay. So, Sherry, is that you live or a picture? Because it looks real creepy. Does anyone else find that looking like super creepy? Anyone? Can anyone else see her? Okay. No? Okay. Well, I can see her and it looks a little creepy. So, Yeah, it's not going to be your go-to. It's going to help you. Oh, you see a black screen. Oh, no, there she is. She's just in the dark. She probably is just waking up. Not, yeah, we're on the same time schedule, I think. Okay. So make sure that you are not using and relying only on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever you use. Make sure that you are reaching out to people individually. People want to help. That is our normal 100% instinct as women, is we want to help. So if you are making a more personal connection, women have more buy-in to that. Okay, they're going to feel more special if you actually pick up your phone and you call them. Now, 9 times out of 10, they're not even going to answer, because if they're like me, they don't want to talk on the phone. They're going to just let it go to voicemail, and they're going to text back, "Hey, I saw you called. What's up?" Right? I mean, I watched it ring. I just didn't answer. Only time I answer is if it's in my office hours and it's one of you girls, and I'm like, okay. And then it's fine. And then I get over my initial, wanting to not be on the phone. But it definitely makes people feel more special, even if they only text you back. They know that you reached out. Okay? So use your phone. Next up, strive to be better than the minimum. If you are consistently working your business, you never have to worry about staying active or what the monthly minimum is. I cannot stress this one enough. It's really women who talk about their business, women who put themselves out there. I don't ever get the text from them that says, "Hey, do I have to do every 200 every month, or is that every other month?" I don't have those texts from people who are out there consistently talking about their business. I mean, people take months off. That's totally fine. But it's important that you are striving to be better than the minimum. If you have if you hold one party every month, then you are going to be just fine. You are not going to have to worry about your minimums. For those of you who are new, the minimum is $200 retail every other month. That does not include business supplies. So that is the answer when you ask, how often do I have to order? But if you are striving to be better than minimum, you will never have to worry about what you have to do. It's just something that comes naturally. Okay? Because it's really, it's not fun when you get that voice message from me that says, "Oh my God, you're on the scary list. You're falling off the island. What's happening?" Okay? I get nervous. I don't want to see anybody go. I get nervous. So hopefully if you are on that scary list, you've already reached out to other people. You've reached out to leaders. You've reached out to sister consultants for ideas on how to make sure that you aren't on the super scary list that comes out on the 1st of every month. Okay. Crystal, you loved my message this month. What are you talking about? I get nervous. I told you. Okay. Corporate fast track. Here we go. How to achieve it and what do you get? So your corporate fast track is when you're in business for the first 60 days, if you do $1,000 in retail, you get a beautiful heart necklace. Now, if in that same 60 days, you sponsor and activate one new recruit, you get a lovely pin, which I've heard they're out of pins, so you are getting a second necklace. Okay, so that is what the corporate fast track is. A lot of ladies that are on today hit their fast track. I know Hot Ashley hit her fast track. She hit both sections of it. I know Lex hit the first section of it. Amber hit the first section of it. I think Ashley Wyatter, when she was in, she did. Tara did. Crystal, you did, right? Sherry, they had it when you were in, right? I think. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of you guys hit it, which is amazing. So that is what the corporate fast track is. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Next up, the COO. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you guys some things. Yes, If you are on Wonder Women, more than likely you call it the coup, and it stresses the rest of the leaders out because we hate it, but it is the COO or corporate online office. Okay. I don't know how that started, but yeah, Jess started calling it the coup, and then it just like spread like wildfire. So some people call it the coup, and I'm like, coup is what babies do. That's so weird. It's not what it's called. I don't know. All right. So here we go. Share my screen. All right, so the first thing I'm going to show you is Party School. Party School can be done at any time. I have the ability to do Party School. So it doesn't matter what level of the business you are in, you should make sure that you have done Party School, and if you are struggling, you go back. Party School is located when you sign in under Training, Party School, boom, there it is. So this is going to help you. It's going to show you where, it's going to show you a live party. It's going to show you all sorts of different things. It's going to show you how to do your orders. It's going to show you all of those things. So that's Party School. Next up is the Party Planning Guide, just right here. This website is amazing. Okay, this did not, just so you guys know, so I've been in for 5 years. When I started, I got a training DVD and a flash drive, and all of the trainings were basically Cindy Faulkner just showing us how she does her training. That's it. Everything else that you've seen that I do, I've either gotten from shadowing or just made up on my own and hoped for the best. So you guys are so lucky that you have all of these things. This site is awesome. It's going to show you, it's a 3-week guide to maximizing attendance, sales, and excitement. It's very, very awesome. This, I believe, you get in your new kit. You get a book. Is that true? Anyone know? Yeah, Tara, you got one? Okay. So it's going to help you make sure that you hostess coach like a champ. Next up. Does everyone know what hostess coaching means? I guess I should, if you don't. Hostess coaching is basically when you're talking to your hostess and making sure that you guys are on the same page for your parties. Now, you should be talking to your hostess. I talk to my hostess at least once a week. Sometimes I know the hostess more, so she has more questions, or, you know, I just check in with her a little bit more, but I talk to my hostess once a week to make sure that she stays excited and that she is working for me and doesn't even know it. So make sure that you are hostess coaching. Next up, new consultant corner. They don't have that anymore. Let me cross that off our training real quick. That's not a thing anymore. Okay, moving on. Marketing. Okay, so there is a amazing tab, a marketing tab, which shows you all sorts of different ways to get the word out. But this is where your Euphoria link is going to be, Seductive Spotlight. Each of these have their own websites, which is really cool. The thing I want to touch on for you guys is a logo generator. So if you've ever seen, like, on some of my things, it'll say Pure Romance by Staci Hissong. So let's see. Here's my name. We're going to do black text. We'll do so you can see it'll generate a logo for you, and you can download this. Okay, looks very professional, very nice. You can use this on all of your invites, on your events. You can use it on anything. You know, sometimes I just use Word Swag, or I use PicCollage, and I just type Pure Romance by Staci Hissong, but this just looks a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, a lot more professional. So pretty cool thing. Next up, placing an order. So you go to orders. You go to place regular order. Yay, there we go. The thing I like to show women that are newer, yeah, that's right, I was ordering stuff from Euphoria, don't worry about it. The thing I like to show newer consultants is the catalog browser. If you go here and you put all, in these two drop downs, it's going to show you absolutely everything alphabetically. So if you are not 100% sure what category everything's in or anything like that, it is going to bring up everything alphabetically. So let's say you need to order between the sheets. You click on between the sheets. My computer's doing a lot of things, and I got this bad boy in 2007, so I apologize. It's moving a little slow. So it'll bring up between the sheets. You go ahead, you select what you need. Island Breeze, Love Story, Truly Sexy Flirt, how many you need, and then you keep it moving. Okay, so that's pretty cool too. Next up, Inventory Advantage Program. So those of you that are newer, this is something that you can take advantage of. When you put 3 parties into the COO or into Pure Sale and you are active, you qualify for the Inventory Advantage Program, which is right here under orders and inventory advantage. So it's going to tell me that I'm not eligible because, you know, I'm not as cool as you guys. But it will come up right here if you are eligible for any, and you get 3 of our best-selling. Okay, wait. How do I say this correctly? You get like 3 coochies, 3 body dews, 3 just like me is you get 3 of our best-selling products. 3 of each of our best-selling products. There we go. Okay. So it's going to be worth $1,000, and it is you pay $99 for 6 months, and you get it all up front, and it just auto debits your card, which is pretty amazing. So you also get $800 in retail credit up here. Okay. Next up, my parties section. So hopefully you are using Pure Sale, but for those of you that aren't, should be entering parties under my parties. Look at that, I actually have parties in there. Here we go. All right. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to just hit add a party, you're going to enter your party. They're going to have all of their info, and then you can keep track of everything. Now, if you have Pure Sale does all of this for you. So that's why we strongly, strongly recommend Pure Sale. Okay. Can you see who writes on the screen asking for a friend? Ashley, what screen are you talking about? Hold on, I'm trying to, you're unmuted, go ahead.
Well, it had an option where there was a little like pencil that I could click and I could write on the screen. I didn't know if you could see it was me that was writing on the screen.
I don't know. Next time you try it out, you let me know. And you tell your friend.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so as far as training goes, Sassy Sweethearts have a YouTube channel again. So you can go on YouTube and, oh man, hold on. I thought that I pulled this up this morning. I guess not. Okay. Nope, can't tell who did that. Okay, so, oh, I'm not signed in. All right, so if you search okay, look, here we are. So, look, here's a training I did over a year ago. So, there's different trainings. How to do a mystery hostess party. But here's our page. and it has a whole of different things. I need to move this. The video that I always highlight is apparently no smart ordering. Anyone see that? I don't know why it's missing. Okay, there's a smart ordering video on here. I swear to God, I promise. But that's the one, play all, but then it's going to take me through every single one of them. I don't know, but if you do go on the Facebook, oh my goodness, so much stuff is happening and my computer moves way too slow for it. Stressing me out. Okay. If you go on our Facebook here under description, this is where you can find the link to our YouTube channel, which is right here. Also, if you search, which if you guys don't know, if you haven't used, if you don't use Facebook on the computer that much, all of this is different than it looks like on your phone. So the first time I came on here, I was like, oh yeah, where are all our files? Oh my God, where are all our photos? Okay, everything is over here, and so is the search. So if you search smart ordering, that is the document that I made for it. See, told you, I knew there was a video. Yes. Okay. That video is going to help you maximize your profit the most. Okay. Next, activating your website, opting into corporate email, setting up PayPal, and how and where to order PR gear. So you do all of that from the website under My Business and My Information. If you haven't done this yet, if you're super new, you're going to go to, first thing I'm going to show you is my website. So you just want to make sure that you say yes to this, that you have an active website. Next is important. It's opting into corporate emails. If you come down here, you're going to want to make sure that this is clicked. A lot of women have had issues where they are not getting text or not getting emails from corporate anymore. For some reason, it like randomly opts you out. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's a glitch. Just make sure that it shows opt in here for corporate emails. And then PR gear. So if you want to have you know, swag from Pure Romance, you go to orders and order from business partners, and there is PR gear. So you can click on here and you can order all sorts of different Pure Romance things. This is always one of my favorite sections, $10 and under, very nice. But you can go to women's if you're looking for clothing. There's business supplies, all sorts of different things. And they update it regularly. There's lots of different things that are on here. So you can always check that out as well. All right. Social media. Let's talk about appropriateness of social media. This is my favorite part to cover because new consultants sometimes don't know the rules, and it's important that you know the rules so they don't shut down your account or you don't get terminated from corporate. So again, all of this is in your incentive requirements guide, but I want to make sure that I touch on it for you. Appropriate posts means no toys. You should not be putting toys on your public Facebook. Okay? The only place that you can post toys are in private events or private groups. Make sure though that you are very conscientious of your audience though. Okay? So if you are doing an event and you don't like really know your hostess, maybe it's a more conservative crowd, I would not recommend posting a picture of vibrating pleasure beads in there and saying, hey, check these bad boys out, right? Like you don't really want to do that. But if you know your hostess, like my hostess last night, I've known her for 5 years, if I would have posted that, she would have been like, oh my God, those are so awesome. And she would have talked them up and sold them for me. So it would have been fine. Okay, so just make sure that you're being conscientious, but you're never, ever, ever, ever posting toys on your public Facebook. Okay? This goes against our policy as well as Facebook's. Same goes for Instagram. Okay, they will shut you down. Next is something that we have been talking a lot about as Sassy Sweethearts, but this is super important to remember on social media. Stay positive. Okay? We all have really terrible days. Crystal, I started watching your video, but then I was like, oh, I'm running late. I need to get on this training and call, so I will finish watching it today. But I saw Crystal was having a pretty rough week, and she addressed it on her Facebook and just talked about it and went live. And so she still was able to vent, but wasn't like, oh my God, F this and F that, and I hate everybody, and I'm going to burn my house down, right? No. We all have those thoughts. I mean, I do. I don't know about everybody, I guess. But you want to make sure that you are staying positive on what you post, okay? You are selling yourself from now on. Hopefully not literally, but again, to each their own. So when you are posting things now, you need to remember, would you buy from somebody that acted like this? I have removed direct sales people from my Facebook feed if they in one breath are telling me to buy their greens and then in the next breath they're telling me about how their family is so messy. I don't care. I don't care. Like it's making me wonder, like, okay, well, is that going to take over? Like, is her family messy? Does that mean she's messy? Like, does that mean I'm not going to get my products? Does that mean this is going to become a whole thing? You know, so just be conscientious of what you post. Stay positive. If you are having a bad day, don't go on Facebook. It is the devil. Okay? Just don't go on Facebook unless you're going to search cute dog videos. Okay? Watch out for negativity. So we just talked about that, but it also means feeding into other negativity. Let's just be honest real quick. The state of our country sucks currently. Okay? Doesn't matter your political beliefs. I believe across the board, everyone believes right now the state of this country sucks. So that means about every third post, you're going to see something political. Do not feed into it. Just don't. Just don't. It's so easy. Jess, the other day, was having a rough political day, got on the leader chat. She's like, I have to put it somewhere so you guys are going to hear my rant. And I told her, I said, go for it, but I cannot engage because I will never stop. Exactly, Ashley. Just say no. If I want to have those conversations, I know that I can go to my parents' house and argue with my dad all day. So it's totally fine. Bobby. Next, lewd behavior in photos. Okay. We're all hashtag grown ass women. Okay. So we all do things that grown ass women can do. But be careful when you're posting things on Facebook. if you went out with your girlfriends and you got blackout, I mean, cheers to you. We have the right to do that. I don't want to see pictures of you grinding on some guy the next day. No one else wants to see him either. Okay, those are cute little photos that you put in your photo books. Okay, no one else wants to see them. Because again, it's giving people an impression of who you are. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be Mary Sunshine and the Virgin Mary all at once, because if you go on my Facebook, I'm not either of those things, but I'm also very conscious of what impression I'm giving off. Okay. And then the last thing with that is just about like F-bombs and other things on Facebook. How many of you like go on Facebook and you have certain customers or family members or whatever, and their posts literally are like, F this, F that, F my family, F my friends, F this, da 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 da. Okay, exactly. Like we all have those people. Don't be the people. Just don't be the people. Because when you read that, what's the first thing that pops in your head? What is this person's problem? Exactly. They are nuts. They are nuts. Exactly, Crystal. I have unfollowed so many people. So many people. But what I like to say is try and be the one ray of sunshine in those people's posts, because don't be the people. Exactly. Try and be the ray of sunshine in those people's news feeds, because they're going to want to keep following you. Right? We also talk about for every one pure romance post, have 7 personal posts. That should be your ratio. Because we also have those direct sales friends that everything is shoving it down our throats. Everything. Like there is a certain company that I will not purchase from just specifically for that reason. Don't cold message people. Like don't, oh, we have mutual friends, so I added them, and then you get a message. Hey Crystal, how are you doing? I noticed we have mutual friends. I sell X, Y, and Z. Would you be interested in hosting a party? Don't be that person. Don't be the people. Just don't do it, because it turns people off. Don't throw them in your VIP groups without asking. I love LuLaRoe. I love LuLaRoe. If I get added to one more LuLaRoe group, I will lose my freaking mind. And don't any of you add me to another group now just to see if it happens, because I know it went through your minds. I see your faces. Don't do it, okay? So don't be the people. Don't do things on social media that irk you. If I'm in direct sales and I know things that bother me about other direct sales people, I'm not going to do them. Because if I'm annoyed in direct sales, imagine those people who are in direct sales. They are even more annoyed because they don't understand our approach. We understand it and are annoyed. So just don't be the people. Just don't. Okay? And remember, you are now representing yourself, your sponsor, and pure romance at all times. Just think, what would Stacy do? Okay? Would Stacy post this? Am I going to get a message from Stacy if I post this? Yes, exactly, Crystal. Melena texts me that like probably once or twice a week. She's like, so I was going to do this thing, and I was like, what would Stacy do? Okay? Because what's worse? Posting something that is ridiculous and gets you a message from a leader like, hey, probably not. Or taking 3 extra seconds and thinking, should I hit post on this? Take the 3 extra seconds, I promise. Because before the leaders messaged you, they had to have a whole vent session about how to like really approach this in a positive and constructive manner. Okay, it saves everyone a lot of time if you just take the extra 3 seconds. We need to make bracelets. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So just remember, you want to represent yourself and the company in a positive way, and your sponsor's just a bonus. We appreciate it. Okay. All right. 3 streams of income from Pure Romance. Did you know there are 3 ways that you can make money with Pure Romance? Yes. First off, party sales. Makes sense, right? Second off, web orders and follow-up. The dreaded F word. Okay, so web orders, you do make a commission. Let me touch base on this because I saw Kate posted a question about it, and I got a question from my new girl this week too. Web orders. When somebody orders off your personal website, corporate takes care of everything. That is important to know because my poor new girl, I didn't make that clear, and she ordered the stuff, and so she lost her profit. Now she has a little bit of inventory, so that's good, but she would have liked the profit a little bit more, I think. So when you get web orders, $39 and under, you make 30%. $40 and above, you make 40%. And that's straight across the board. Doesn't matter what level you're at. I make the same amount on my web orders as any one of you, okay? That's just how it works. When you make commission off that, it goes into your online office, and when you go to place an order, you won't see it anywhere, like at all, until you go to checkout, and then it'll show apply credits. It'll say commissions on file, and it'll say apply credits, so you can apply those credits. Now, if you don't place an order by the 1st of the following month, they will take that money and send it to you in check form on the 10th. So that's how you get paid from web orders. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you understand you do not have to buy anything that anyone else purchased from your website. Corporate takes care of that for you. Okay, now follow-up. This is how you're going to make your money. They say the fortune is in the follow-up, so do it. Okay, so you're going to follow up with women. Different people have different follow-up systems. We could honestly do a whole nother training about follow-up, 100%. But pretty much, if you do something, you're ahead of the game. Just do something. Just contact your people. Hey, how's it going? Just wanted to see how much you liked your body boost. So I told you guys August, September, and October have not been fantastic for me. So I flipped the script last night, thankfully. But so August, I had to figure out how I was going to make my minimum. So I told you guys I went through the previous quarter. I messaged every single person, and I used their name personally. I did it through text message, not Facebook Messenger. I used their name, and I used one of the products they bought. So I would have sent a text message that said, hey Tara, it's Staci Hassan with Pure Romance. Just wanted to check in with you and see how you're loving your body do. See if it's time for a refill or if you want to try anything new. Hope all is well. Actually, I said hope all is well first because I always end with a question so they feel they have to answer me. Okay. So I got a lot of responses back. This is the most I've ever gotten back was in August, and they might have just said, oh, hey girl, no, I'm good, or oh yeah, I loved it, thanks. Oh, you ready for a refill? No. Okay, they answered me. I took that as like a positive. So they probably were shocked to hear from me because some of them I hadn't talked to in like 4 months. So just make sure you're doing something, whatever works for you. Some people use the 2-2-2 system. So they follow up 2 days after the party, 2 weeks after the party, and 2 months after the party. So, and then they do a regular follow-up system. So it just depends on what works for you, but the fortune is in the follow-up, okay? And then the third way that you make monies is building a team. Okay, so this is the me plus 3 concept. When you have 3 active women under you, you promote to senior consultant, increase to a 50% buying discount, get 2.5% profit from training your team members, plus a $100 lifestyle bonus every single month. Why would you not do this? Right? It's just genius. So building your team, you're going to make extra money. If you're like, I'm too new, I can't do that, or I don't know enough, or I don't know how you handle girls underneath you, I don't have the patience, guess what? The rest of us have the patience, so we will help you. Okay, so if you are looking to make more money than you are, building a team is the way to go. Sam is having a seizure over on her screen, apparently. All right. Let's see. Next up, on our Facebook page, we talk about this a lot. Using the search bar. We love saying, have you used the search bar yet? We are not saying this to be mean. We are not saying this because it's quicker for us to type this than it is to give you the answer, because I promise you it's quicker for us to just give you the answer. Part of our mission with Pure Romance is to empower women. So when we tell you to use the search bar, we are empowering you to find your own answers. Okay? So make sure that you do that. There's also all of our events are on our page. You will find photos. That means photos from past events. That means all of your leaders' office hours. It also means that you will find product photos and cover photos and just all sorts of amazing photos that you can use. Files. So you'll see, when I showed you guys on when I shared the screen, you saw the smart ordering file. So anything that we've done previously, you'll find files for. All sorts of good stuff. Okay, so make sure you're using those pages. Also, reaching out to sister consultants is always good because sometimes people have a different spin. Like I said, I've been in the business for 5 years, and Jess, Lauren, and Rachel all just had their 3-year anniversaries in August, September, and October. So sometimes we forget things that we should tell you that we don't because it's been so long, that other consultants can go ahead and tell you about. So, all right, professionista dress. Make sure that you are dressed professionally when you go to trainings, to vendor shows, and to your parties. Professionista dress means that you are not wearing denim, you are not wearing sweatpants, you are not wearing yoga pants, you are dressing professional, you are looking the part, right? You want to be the expert in the room, so you should look like you are the expert in the room, okay? So make sure that you are dressed professionally whenever you are representing Pure Romance. I know our team meetings are a little bit different. I don't enforce professionista dress at team meetings. However, if you go to another team meeting, if you go to like a Bliss meeting, for instance, or if you go to Sarah Medina's team meetings, because sometimes I'll post that she invited us, or you go to a Mid-Michigan meeting, those are all professionista. I'm just like so about my jeans that I have not yet forced that upon us, because I feel like it encourages more women to come when we make it a more casual setting. So just make sure that if you are going to anything else, you are always professionista dressed. Next, Positivity on Sassy Sweetheart team page and Pure Romance Karma. Okay, don't steal the leads from others, ever. Crystal, I see you in 2 places, and that is very weird. Okay, don't steal leads from other people. So what this means is, let's say you're in the business and you have a friend from high school who posts on her Facebook, oh my God, I'm having a Pure Romance party. Come if you want to. You do not comment on that and say, oh my God, you totally should have a party with me. Just cancel this one and we'll set one up. No. That's mean. This is everybody's business, not just yours. So what I hear when those things happen is, this is what your mouth was doing, and this is what Susie Q's mouth was doing, so she got the party, right? Because closed mouths don't get fed. You take that as a learning experience, and you start letting everybody else know that you sell Pure Romance. Okay? We do not steal leads. The same thing goes for recruit leads. I had a girl last night at my party. She walked in. She was pregnant. Like, I mean, we're talking due next week, but had already started like leaking. So, well, I was very nervous. She was about to go into labor in our party last night. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do because that makes me nervous. Babies are weird. I don't know. Please don't happen. Hi, Steve. So we don't do that with recruit leads either, but she walked in, picked up my, my laminated kit things and started looking at it. When she came in the order room, she's like, I've been thinking about doing this for a long time. I want to do this after I have my baby. First question I asked her, are you working with a consultant already? And she said, no, I had a consultant a few years ago, but I don't talk to her anymore. I don't even think she's in the business anymore. I just know I really like Pure Romance, and I was brainstorming ways to make money from home. So I really think I want to do this. Okay, I did my due diligence. I asked if she had a consultant already. She said she did a long time ago, hasn't spoke to her anymore. I did what I was supposed to do. Okay, now you will also have women. I'm going to give you a few different examples, okay, because this happens a lot. You might have a woman who comes in and says, maybe you are better at recruiting than some people. That happens a lot. I'm not a strong recruiter. Biggest year I've ever had in recruits, 2 years ago, I signed 12. Last year I did 6. This year I've done 8. So I'm not a super strong recruiter. For somebody who is like at my level, I should be recruiting like 24 a year. I'm just like, they'll come to me when they're ready. Whatever. But if you have a woman who comes in your ordering room and says she's interested in the business, maybe you're somebody who's like, have you ever thought about doing what I do? And she's like, well, no, not really. But I could probably do it. The next question you should always ask is, do you have a regular consultant? Okay, because if she does have a regular consultant and she just happened to be at your party, it's still Pure Romance karma that you should be making sure that she is working with the consultant that she has worked with in the past. Okay, another example. She comes in the ordering room and she says to you, I really want to sell Pure Romance. And you're like, okay, great. Do you have a consultant? And she says, well, yeah, but I just don't feel comfortable with her. I've been to a few of her parties. She's messaged me a few times. I just don't feel comfortable. What do? You sign her. Because if she doesn't feel comfortable with the other consultant, that's not your fault. It's the same thing. If we went to a doctor and we didn't feel comfortable with our doctor, and we went to a new doctor, you think that doctor would be like, well, you should really go back to your first doctor, right? No, you want them to sign with somebody that you feel comfortable with. I always ask who their consultant is if they tell me that, because if it's somebody on Sassy, I want to be able to have that conversation with them. Like, hey, this is how this played out. I just want to let you know, because you don't want it to be a thing, because it will be a thing. You want to make sure that you are respectful of your sister consultants. And if she said, she doesn't feel comfortable, you might even ask her, like, well, what about it? Did you not feel comfortable? And then if you don't feel comfortable going to your sister consultant, you can come to a leader and we can make sure that we have that conversation. Okay, that's what we're here for. So lots of different ways that you can have it, but making sure that you keep up with Pure Romance karma is basically just do the right thing. Don't be the people, right? Just do the right thing and don't be the people. And if you're in like a sticky situation and you don't know what the right thing to do is, you can message a leader at any point. If it's not our office hours, we'll get back to you whenever, but you know what I mean? If it's something serious, we will definitely help you out. Make sure that if you are somebody who enjoys drama and talking about other people, please know that always comes back. Exactly, Ashley. That is 100% the mantra. 100% when it comes to Pure Romance karma. if you are somebody who likes drama, if you're somebody who's messy, if you are somebody who really feels that they need to vent about somebody else, I will remind you all that we are hashtag grown-ass women. If you have a problem with somebody, talk to that person. Okay? I can promise you the girls in my first downline have learned I hear everything. Everything. So if you have an issue, just talk to the other person, because more often than not, it gets back to whoever it is. So just be a grown-ass woman and have a conversation. If you're upset, if you don't know how to approach it, talk to a leader. We will help you. And sometimes you just don't like other people, and that's okay. Does not mean that you have to talk about them. Okay? Also, I have no problem squashing drama in a hot second. So when I find out that there's drama happening within our team, I really make sure I take care of that, because I don't like it. It makes me sad and upset, and I feel that I've worked really hard over the last 5 years to make this team pretty cohesive. I mean, there's still moments and stuff, but it's important to me that for the most part, we all get along. Like I said, you don't have to like everybody. You don't have to be like super sunshiny and BFFs, but you do have to respect everybody on this team. Okay? And lastly, the circle of how to be successful in this business. Book, sell, share, repeat. Book a party, sell some products, share the opportunity, do it again. Okay? That is going to equal success for you. You're going to book, sell, share, repeat. That's it. Sounds simple. Sometimes you get stuck on the book. Okay? So you got to work through that. My phone is like blowing up. I don't understand what is happening right now. Okay. Any questions about anything we covered or didn't cover? I feel like most of you that are on have been in for a while, so some of this was like, duh, Staci. I feel like, yeah, most of the stuff we covered you guys probably already know. Hopefully it was a good refresher. Sometimes we just need somebody to remind us to not be the people, or as Ashley said, you know, Jess's famous phrase, sometimes we just need those refreshers. So I only swore once, so that's why I'm not saying it. So that's pretty good for me. That's really good for me, guys. So, you know, thanks, Crystal. Thanks. You know, that's why I don't record those Tuesday night group coaching calls, because I know better. All right, Tara, knowledge is power and consistency is key, 100%. You sign on to these, doesn't matter how long you've been in the business, you will learn something. And if you don't, hearing it over and over and over will definitely help. As I've said a million times, it takes 7 times to hear something for people to actually retain it. That's why if you've ever shadowed me, I repeat what I demo about 7 to 12 times. And I had a girl shadow me a couple weeks ago, and she's like, you know, you say those product names a lot, right? I said, yeah, but do you notice that no one asked me what it was called in the ordering room? Because I said them so many times, they knew what I was talking about. So, all right. No other questions today? No. Christina looks like she's doing some work. Awesome job, girl. It's Sassy Party Day. Anyone partying? Here, I'm going to unmute all of you, so don't all talk at once. Any parties today? Yeah. No? No?
Yes.
No. Hi, Sam.
Hi. Are you talking to me?
I said hi, Sam. Yeah, we were talking about what you were doing. We were trying to decide, and finally.
Hold on, Staci. I can't hear you.
Oh, then I'm just talking to myself. No worries. All right.
I don't know why I can't hear. I'm at work with a screaming infant right now.
I know.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
All right. Lex has a party tomorrow. Perfect. Good luck on that. Anyone else?
Oh, I did have one, but they canceled.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was the rescheduled one from last month that I have today. And it's at my house, which is amazing. All right. So Amber has one today. Awesome. Crystal, 3 next week. Perfect. Perfect. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you for getting on. I appreciate it. And don't forget, our group coaching call is Tuesday at 9 p.m. and our next Sassy meeting is November 13th.
We help him find a greaser, please.
Okay? All right. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.